Hello and welcome, I'm your CodeMonkey. The Asset Store is full of awesome tools and assets to help you make your own games. There's more and more awesome visual stuff coming out every month, so in this video let's check out some highlights for December 24. Even if you don't pick up any of these, it's still great to look at them to see if they inspire you to build something. Just watching some of these assets is enough to fire up my imagination. I can immediately picture all the kinds of games that I could build. This one is a list of paid assets and effects. I've already made 2 videos covering the best free new assets and the best tools and systems. As always, there's links to the asset in the description, and as bonus you can use the coupon code Monkey10 to get 10% off your order. If you need anything from assets, tools, visuals, sound effects, music, and pretty much anything, if so, then go ahead and pick it up. For some quick highlights, I always highly recommend Feel, great asset for polishing your games. Text Animator is also excellent if your game has any kind of text. Easy Save is great if you just want a save system that works. If you have tons of assets all over the place and the asset inventory is a must-have. Colorize Pro is great for taking your assets and making them look completely different. Or if you have some Unreal assets, this tool can help you convert to and from Unity. Check out everything on sale with a link in the description. Also stay up to date with my Game Dev Report newsletter. This is where I cover the latest game dev news and interesting articles that I come across every week. Things like this awesome free multiplayer Unity ebook, or how much is a Steam Daily Deal worth, learn the 2 paths you can take to do game dev, or how this Parker game made $750K in just 1 week. Check it out with a link in the description. Alright, so starting off with a gorgeous oasis desert environment, this one looks really nice. There's a desert and a nice lush oasis with a lake and some trees. It's all nicely stylized with some very inviting colors, so this could be a great level or perhaps just a biome in your game. Then for some animations, here is an excellent pack with some fun dodge animations, basically bullet time animations. I must say, 2 of my favorite things are The Matrix and Max Payne, so this pack looks awesome right away. I would love to work on a game with bullet time at some point, it's always an awesome mechanic. This pack has tons of great dodges, you can dodge to the side, forward, back, and so on. The only downside is it only seems to have a pistol. Would be nice to have a pack like this with also some rifle dodges. Next, for some VFX, here are some cool rock attacks. Really gorgeous effects. The rocks look really great, and so do all the particles on top with all of the variations. There's some really inventive effects. There's rocks popping out of the ground as if making some kind of wall or some kind of ramp. Others just jump up, others have some kind of area of effect. And the effects themselves, the particles, they are really gorgeous with tons of variations. Honestly, this is one of the best VFX packs I've seen in quite a while. Then here we have the latest Cinti UI pack. This one is all about military. Really great pack for so many games. You've got all kinds of bars, weapon icons, and buttons. Then you also have ranks, you've got some minimaps, there's overlays, you've got revive timers, there's a really nice player kill sheet with icons, you've got some badges, crosshairs, and tons more. Really excellent pack as usual. There are lots of games where this pack would be perfect. Then if you want something super realistic, here is a modular rural town. Right away, this looks like it was taken straight from Red Dead Redemption, or maybe The Walking Dead Season 2, that also fits. It's got a nice realistic art style. There's lots of wood everywhere. The whole thing is modular so you can make your own towns. In the daytime, it actually looks quite nice and inviting, but if you're making a horror game, then just make this into night and it will be quite spooky. Next, here we have another fun animation pack. This one is all about a guy on a computer. Pretty fun pack. Turns out there's quite a lot of ways you can be at a computer. You can be sitting, standing, just half standing. It can be using the keyboard, just the mouse, touching the monitor, and a bunch more. Really, this has quite a lot of animations for such a niche thing. I guess this would be great in some kind of PC cafe simulator game, or maybe something all about doing some tech support. Next, here's a nice environment. It's a biome laboratory. This would be perfect if you're making some kind of zombie game. This would be great for the prologue where the virus gets out. Or it actually has some plants, so maybe something more like The Last of Us with some spores. It has got a ton of parts, so you can build a pretty big laboratory. The look looks quite sci-fi, so it actually looks quite perfect. Then for some 2D, here are some cool animated monsters. This pack is full of bosses. There are some big intimidating dragons, there are some giant ogres or something, a lot of very weird, very nice creatures, all of them really nice visuals, really nice art. The body parts, those are all also separated, and they are animated, so it also includes some animations. This dev has tons more to the assets in this exact same style if you need more. Or if you're more into something more realistic, here's a wyvern. It's a really nice model. It includes multiple variations, each with different colors, and also includes tons and tons of animations. So just walking around, being very imposing, flying, landing, and a bunch more. All of it really high quality, both the model and the animations. So maybe this could be your player character, or maybe some kind of enemy in a game like Skyrim. Then for some water, here is some stylized water. This is the 3rd version of a pack that has been around for a long time, so it's really well built. It is some really gorgeous water. It looks really great. It has pretty much all of the features you expect. So it's got some waves, it's got some shimmering. The whole thing looks really awesome. You've got tons and tons of parameters to play with. You can modify all kinds of things. You can query for height and do pretty much anything. And of course, you can also change the color. So if you color it in red, then all of a sudden you have something that looks like lava. Or for some fun props, here are tons of levers, buttons, and switches. It's actually impressive how much variety there is. There's quite a lot of ways to toggle something. If your game has a realistic art style and some interactive objects, then this could be great. You can use it to open doors, pull a fire alarm, switch to some train tracks, or maybe trigger a trapdoor. Next, for another nice, hyper-realistic environment, here is a chemical plant. This could be a really fun level in some kind of first-person shooter game, or maybe just a random place in your open-world game. It's a pretty huge level, got quite a lot of space, or you could take all of these pieces and make some complex factory interiors. Then if you need some cars, here's a pack with a ton of them. It's a giant pack with 150 cars and also includes tons of race car parts. Obviously, this would be great for some kind of racing game, but the cars also have some regular cars along with police and ambulance and a bunch more. So this could also be great for some kind of GTA-like game. Next, if you want to build a procedural sky, look at this asset. The results are quite impressive. It looks like a really gorgeous night sky. Features tons of stars, there's some nebulae, you've got giant suns and planets, all of it customizable. You can set it to any color, any amount, really anything you want. For some more 2D, here is a nice pack with military sprites. Personally, I quite like this style. Very minimalist, very nice. It includes a bunch of characters, lots of weapons and vehicles, and the characters also have some nice animations. There's over 40 weapons, 20 hats, and 10 vehicles. The muzzle flashes also look really great. Looking at this makes me want to make one of those strategy games that exist in the Flash days. Those from a side camera perspective, those are always really nice to make. Then if you've got swords in your game, here are some sword slashes. As usual, Gabriel's packs are always awesome, really great VFX. You've got some nice satisfying circular slashes, and even some that slash down onto the ground and have some nice impact. Or if you want a super high quality spooky character, look at this one. It is a really nice but really strange model. It is a character with lots of strands and some lights inside of it. The strands are all moving in a very weird manner. So again, I guess this could be taken straight from Death Stranding. If you're working on a game with a weird trippy feel, then I think this would be perfect. Next, for a more normal character, here's an anime modular character. There's lots of parts for you to build your own custom characters. You've got plenty of hairstyles, you've got body, pants, hands, and more, just combined with the cell shader, and you've got tons of characters looking great. Or maybe if you just want a giant world, look at this island. It's a huge island, looks really great, nice and stylized. This would be a perfect demo scene for any kind of game you want to make. Just drop a character, drop some enemies, and start walking around. Or for some strange VFX, here is a dropping slime. Definitely looks quite strange. It does look exactly like it says. It is some dripping slime. I assume you can recolor it in red if you wanted to make it look like blood. Alright, so those are my top 20 new visual assets on the Unity Asset Store for December 24. There's links to all in the description, and as bonus you can use the coupon code Monkey10 to get 10% off your order. Alright, hope that's useful. Check out these videos to learn some more. Thanks to these awesome Patreon supporters for making these videos possible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.